Was one Mike. I'm Az. I'm also with my bro.
I'm Steve. I actually got scared for a second. I thought that was our name, was Two Bros One Mike, as in like, crap, I thought it was Steve. You don't get the joke, do you?
No.
Moving on. Yes, hello. Hello, I'm Steve. Forget that joke, didn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've not exactly woken up yet, so bear with me on all this. If I get it later on, can I laugh? As a pastime.
Not for more than 3.2 seconds though. I feel anything more than that would be disrespectful to the memory of my joke.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, Two Bros One Mate, welcome to the channel. Basically, your podcast for all your gaming, TV, film and other media related news. So obviously this is our inaugural joint podcast. My man Aaron here will be also running his solo series, mainly Netflix, Amazon Prime. Like, it's going to be more of a sort of mainly TV sort of thing, isn't it, for you?
Yep, and if there's a game which associates with a movie, I'm more than happy to talk about it, or a series.
Yeah. I will also be taking the helm in terms of my series, mainly focusing on gaming, a little bit of TV thrown on the side, but I'm going to leave that to Aaron to mainly keep your TV news and theories and whatnot sort of met. Forgive my cough, by the way. I've had this stupid cough all day. I can't seem to clear it.
Yeah, and I feel like I've woke up with the biggest hangover ever, even though I've not drank I've not even drank a dram.
Yeah, I'm just drinking coffee. It's not helping. Anyway, so getting into the first topic. See, we discussed what topic we're going to talk about, and I just said I'm just going to jump in and use my topic first because I'm like that.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's start with some gaming.
Whoa. Guess what we forgot?
What?
Guess what?
What? Who? Where?
Viewers' discretion is advised. There will be some swearing involved in this. We'll try and keep it to a minimum, but
Yeah.
if not, fuck it.
Yeah, that's a good point. There should be a warning at the start for mature audiences, so fair enough. Anyway.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm just doing that to fuck you about. Sorry, man.
You're just being a dick, aren't you? Right. I'm just going to hold my hand to his face there. Anyway, let's get into it. So, starting off, we're going to start with some gaming news. Where the hell is Dead Island 2? Where is Dead Island 2? We've been waiting, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now for this game. We still haven't seen any signs of life recently. Actually, there's a thing on his Facebook, the wife was pointing out the other day. Apparently someone posted as a new trailer for Dead Island 2, and a lot of folk were just like, what? And it turned out it was a trailer from like 3 years ago. A lot of unhappy reactions to that one. But yeah, where is Dead Island 2? Where is it? Where's this game went? Because I've been waiting goddamn years now for this sequel. Well, technically it's not a sequel because they done that god awful Dead Island Riptide as a sequel, but
Oh god.
it's a sequel with the first sequel with a number in it, so it's kind of like a more important sequel.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, yeah. I mean, they did set up to make it, didn't they? There was a big thing about making it, and then all of a
The
sudden,
most recent article stated that basically it's still alive, the project's still alive, they're still working on it. They tried to change developers or something like that, because they had that split between Techland and Deep Silver.
Yeah.
So obviously they're keeping the Dead Island series. The other dudes went off and, you know, their first release was the Dying Light, which is actually a really good game. I mean, I'm way into my zombie games. This is why I want to know where the hell Dead Island 2 is. But yeah, no, they've done a fantastic job, and I really wanted to see how the Dead Island series was going to kind of bounce back and sort of reclaim the throne, but it's in hiding. It's gone all Madeline McCann on me. Oh, he didn't just say that.
Oh, come on, seriously.
He didn't just say that. I did. I did say that.
He did say that.
Sorry. Sorry.
Is he fuck?
I'm not. I'm really not. So, yeah, that's the first bit of gaming news. Where is Dead Island 2? If anybody knows, I want to know. Because they keep, like, this happens with games. They keep saying, yeah, it's still alive, we're still working on it, but that's all great and well, but where the hell is it? But how long before they changed Rainbow Six to Rainbow Six Siege?
We said Rainbow Six New York, wasn't it?
Or something like that. But how long was this game in development for? We kept getting told it was alive and well until he scrapped it and made the multiplayer based Siege.
9 years?
It was a long goddamn time, is what it was. I'm just hoping that Dead Island 2 is not going that way, because I need to kill some zombies, man. And I don't know when State of Decay 2 is coming out. It's next year sometime, but I need something in the interim.
Oh, I'm not a zombie fan, unfortunately. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my genre. I tried to watch The Walking Dead. I got to about season 5, and I just fell out of love with it.
Watch Zed Nation, or if you're American, Z Nation. I've been watching that, man, and I like it. It's good. It's a bit more tongue in cheek, slightly more goofy than The Walking Dead. Not just all focused around the sort of sheriff going "Carl" or all that sort of shit.
Z Nation.
No, it's actually pretty good. They're into the 4th season now. Look at that. We just segued from gaming to TV news. How fucking smooth are we?
Probably not as smooth as butter, but we'll try. Z Nation. I'd rather prefer Zed Nation. I know it's kind of like aluminium, aluminum.
Yeah, but we're British though, so really we should say Zed Nation.
Zed Nation, yes.
Yeah, they're all like Z Nation, America, and we're just like, Zed Nation, everybody.
Get her down.
Yeah. Anyway, no, Zed Nation, man. Cause The Walking Dead done that spin-off, The Fear of the Walking Dead, and I got the first couple of seasons into it, and then it started doing the same thing, which I think is wrong with The Walking Dead. Is it just kind of, for lack of a better word, becomes too full of itself. It gets too caught in its own hype, and it kind of loses what was good about it in the first place. Zed Nation though, man, it's a bit more tongue in cheek, a little bit more goofy. You'd probably quite enjoy it.
Yeah, I like the kind of goofy sort of comedies.
It'd be your kind of thing.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you stab a zombie in the eye and they're still walking about, but anyone else stabbed a zombie in the eye, they'd be dead flat on their back.
Well, spoiler alerts for anybody who's not up to date in season 4, but we're now at a stage where some zombies, even like shooting them in the head and shit's not killing them now. Like, you've really got to pretty much blow most of the head off to really stand a chance of stopping some of them now. So it's like we're getting, well, that's always the thing, isn't it? In zombie media in general, is headshots the way to kill them.
Yeah.
If some zombies now start developing an immunity, and right, how the fuck a zombie can develop the immunity to getting shot in the head, I do not know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
maybe the creators need a shot in the head to find out.
I don't know, but no, try it. Try Zed Nation. Netflix is behind compared to where I watch it. I don't watch it legally, so I'm not going to tell you where I watch it. But if you want to watch it legally in the UK, at least on Netflix, they've got, it's either the first 2 or maybe up to 3 seasons now.
Okay.
No, watch it. It's good. It is good. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Since we're on a dark turn of things with the zombies, since it's just been Halloween, usually I go through a section of Ghostbusters and Ghostbuster related things. Grew up wanting to be a Ghostbuster, loved the original series. Netflix has everything related Ghostbusters. Plus, if I can't get there, I go on Amazon and I just watch it from there. If not, I've got the DVDs at home.
I keep forgetting about my Amazon Prime. I keep forgetting I can watch stuff on Amazon.
Do you?
Well, because I got the Prime membership for, like, the delivery side of it, and I keep forgetting that there's like an actual TV, like, sort of video service. So I keep forgetting. I need to really start watching that.
Yeah. I
will say though, before going further into Ghostbusters, what did they do with that film? What did they do to the series with that? Because I was the same as you. I watched it when I grew up with it as a kid, watching the cartoon, the films, had the toys, played, was it? I think it was the Xbox 360 had the game. Yeah,
it's right at the very end of the film that really annoyed me when they go, "Is it girls rule, boys rule," and all this sort of carrying. You're like, really? I know you're female. Get over it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna piss a lot of women off right now. But if they really want to go down that route, just look how many positions of power are controlled by men, and then maybe revise that statement. So I'm just being inflammatory just for the pure shits and giggles. I'm not actually sexist. I don't know. I just feel like winding people up.
but the movie itself, I mean, like it wasn't the greatest movie. What we were hoping was, well, what I personally was hoping
it was terrible.
It was a really bad movie.
Terrible.
It was a rubbish movie. But the original movie,
not because it had women. Just to point that out before anyone moans, not because of the women. It was just a very shit film.
Yeah, it was poorly written, poorly.
I'm doing what you used to do now. I'm moving my hands about, making gestures when I talk, and it's like they can't see this.
Look, there's only enough room for one Tony Blair, like, so just keep your hands still. Right. Anyone doesn't know that, ex-Prime Minister Tony Blair used to talk with his hands as well as his gob, even though he should just kept his hands moving and his mouth shut. What I was going to say was...
Not a political show.
Not a political show, fuck that. If anyone's ever played the Ghostbusters game that was released on the Xbox 360 would know that it was actually written and created by the main characters who played in the original movies, and it really should have been the third film, but they had to change some of it because Sigourney Weaver, I think her name is it? Lassie plays Ripley in Aliens. Yeah. Refused to put voiceovers on it. But to be honest with you, what they should have really done was kept the script for that. I mean, it was an amazing game, I thought. A lot of people hated it, but I mean, it explained a lot. I mean, if anyone remembers the librarian in the very first movie, you get to actually capture her at the end, and you find out her story right the way through that. And it's absolutely fantastic.
It's a lot better than the NES version.
The NES was.
Do you remember the NES version?
Oh, I remember the NES version.
Oh, that was a pain in the ass, that game.
Yeah. Did anyone ever play it for the Spectrum? Was that just me?
I know I played it on the NES. I don't think I played it on the Spectrum.
I played it on the NES and the Spectrum. The Spectrum I thought was a bit mental. You got to pick your own car and like create it up. It was quite cool. I'm just kind of. I was going to say something. I got a little bit sort of brain blocked. No, I've lost it. It. Do you know games nowadays? To me, I feel like I've gone back in a way, because all games have to be downloaded and it takes time to download them, and by the time you've downloaded the game, it actually feels like to me that I've been waiting for the tape to play it in the Spectrum.
Yeah, could be worse. It was the
Commodore?
No, do you mind the Amstrad?
Oh, the Amstrad, oh my god.
Do you mind on that big book, there was actual games like a sort of version of Pong you could play, but you had to program it in?
Yeah.
And 500 odd lines, and you had to do this every time you turned it on. You turned the computer off, of course, there's no onboard memory storage back then.
Yeah.
So you've spent about an hour and a half typing in all these lines of code, telling the Amstrad how to actually display and play the game. And then you turn it off, you come back, you'd be like, oh my god, I have to do this all again. Yeah, it's bad, like.
But you still did it a bit.
I'm going to segue, seeing as you mentioned about downloads there. One thing, speaking of downloads, that's really kind of annoying. I mean, it kind of goes into this whole thing about length of time and what you said about, like, you've actually had to wait for a tape and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't like this thing, though, with preloaded content. Like, so you get an update for... Sorry, I hit the microphone there. You get... yeah.
Put your hands down, Tony.
Put
your hands down, Tony.
I've complained at you in the past for doing this, and I'm now doing this myself. I'm going Mr. Miyagi in the fucking fresh air here, man.
Put your hands in the hoodie.
Right. Okay, right, let me get back on track here. Yeah, so nowadays what a lot of developers, game developers are doing is, so you'll get like a massive update. You'll be like, wait a minute, what the fuck do I need 40 gigs of update for? What it is, as you all know, is basically you're downloading the DLC content that's came out, but it's locked behind the paywall. So when you buy it, that's it. You've got it. It's there. There's no big download waiting afterwards. And then if you don't buy it, it's still there. You just can't access it. Now, I've heard someone saying it's something to do with like compatibility issues or something like that. So basically, players who don't have the DLC, if you're in an online game, you can still play it in the same game because you've got the content there for like the server to read. You just can't access it to use it. It's still a pain in the ass though, because you're like, right, I know most people at least in the UK, you've got unlimited downloads, so right, you have to download 40 gigs. As long as you've got a decent connection, it's more of a time sink than anything else. Some countries you still have like unlimited downloads, so once you've downloaded so much, you're having to pay for the extra bandwidth. You imagine you want to play your game, and particularly some of these games that are multiplayer only, like online only, you want to play your game, but there's a 40 gig download, and you're like, well shit, this could cost me money as well as time. I don't like it. I think it's a stupid culture they're doing, this whole preloaded content BS. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm really not a big fan of it. But I mean, obviously, some people might be, because if you were going to buy the DLC anyway, you're going to have to download it anyway. So to them, it's not an issue. But
not only that, they also put the updates in along with the DLC. So if you don't have the DLC, you won't have the updates, which means you won't be able to play the game better.
with updates and patches as well, why can't developers just actually finish a game before they release it? That's another thing that annoys me. This culture of, oh hey, we'll just chuck out this buggy unfinished game and we'll just patch it later. A good example, Forza Motorsport 7 on the Xbox One, right? So get the game, going through the single player, yeah, that's fine. Go into the online, oh god, it's still this nonsense with the hopper thing, like limited online play, it's crap, skip. Got one of my pals round, well, let's do a little bit of split screen racing. Oh boy, was that a bad idea. That was a bad idea indeed. Right, here's how it is, Aaron. So, now this is the last time I played the game. They may well have patched it by now, I don't know. But at this point, we're still a few weeks past release date. So, quite often, you have no car sounds. If you set custom assists, like ABS, traction control, stability management and whatnot for player 2,
yeah.
Once you went into the game, it just automatically reverted player 2 back to the easy settings, so all your ABS stuff would come back on.
Oh.
Which, if you're a hardcore racing sort of gamer,
which you guys are really,
yeah, you know. I mean, I'm at the next level. I'm on PC racing because basically consoles can't touch PC racing sims. Anyway, yeah, it's frustrating. You don't want those days. They get in the road. You know what you're doing. And then there's also issues with like. You know, just like some like heads-up display issues and stuff, and you're like, wow, I've just spent 42 quid. That's what it cost me, 42 quid on this game, and the split screen multiplayer is broken. It's a game breaker. It really is.
Yeah.
And again, how hard would it have been to have play tested it before you released it? But they've got to meet these deadlines, don't they? Oh, we'll just patch it later. It's, you know what's funny as well? I was checking the Turn 10 forums, because Turn 10 are the developers for the Forza series, right?
Yeah.
And the first time that Turn 10 acknowledged in the forums that the issue is there, it was something like, I think we're up to maybe somewhere between 18 to 20 days since people had first started posting to Turn 10 about it. For Turn 10 to go, oh, okay, we've just realised there's an issue, we'll get onto this at some point. Yeah, it's a bad culture.
Yeah, it's that really kind of happened like from the previous consoles, such as like your PlayStation 3s, and yeah, that all kind of stemmed from back there. It became acceptable. I remember playing Red Dead Redemption, and the guy, I mean, like if I entered the building, half the building wouldn't be there. I'd be just like, I'd be looking outside, so I could see if anyone was approaching me from outside, and then I'd be riding on the horse, and the horse would disappear on the game. It was just ridiculous.
But this is why we get betas, though.
Yeah,
you get betas and alphas. The idea is you're playtesting the game for them. It's like a win-win. You get to play the game early, and they get the win because instead of them having to pay people to come in and test for bugs, you're doing that by playing the game and reporting any issues. So I mean, really, to me, there's not many excuses for like particularly these major game-breaking bugs. I will say with Red Dead Redemption, did you ever play the DLC for like the sort of zombie mode?
Nah, never. No, I'm not a zombie guy. You know that.
Fucking zombies and cowboys, man. It's a good fucking mix.
Well, there you go. Any game developers out there, we've got a great concept for you.
Make me a dedicated cowboy zombie game. They made a film, Cowboy vs Aliens. I want a blinking cowboys versus zombies. That'd be awesome.
Yep. Well,
you should do that.
You can even put such thing as a god in there. You know, the devils come out.
Yeah.
That might help.
It's the rapture. It's the rapture. The end is nigh. The heavens have sinned and the hells have opened up and heaven denied us. No, it's just a fucking zombie, mate. Calm down.
Exactly.
I don't know why I done that voice. I was just like, I talk like this.
No, I talk like this.
You know what that reminds me of, right?
What's that?
Let's segue back in the films again. Wayne's World, when he's talking about the guys talking about getting M&Ms for Ozzy.
Yeah. He said,
I talk a bit like this.
We broke in and took all the M&Ms, and the guy came out and I had to stab him in the face. I had no idea what the guy was saying anyway. It was just like, what's he saying? I have no idea.
Speaking of films, any up and coming films got your interest? I've got to admit, there's been a couple of good films this year, but it's not been as good a year for films that I'm interested in compared to previous years. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same. But we've got the Justice League, but also just as the Justice League gets released on Netflix, you've got the Punisher on the very same day that One Load. What they called Summit Comics, the ones that do Superman and DC.
DC do like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Marvel do like
when DC releases that Justice League. Right on the same day, you've got Marvel for Netflix releasing the Punisher on the series.
I wish you could see how excited he got when he said the Punisher. He started bouncing up and down in his chair like a little kid. He's very excited by this.
You've no idea how much. I mean, do you remember the games were absolutely awful, but the killing streams were brilliant.
I can remember the sequel to the film was awful.
Yeah, the sequel to that was absolutely horrible.
The first film wasn't bad. It's a bit cheesy. No, when you watch it now, it's a little bit cheesy in places, but it's still not. It's still not bad. And then the sequel was just horrendous.
But the games were alright, I think. You know, that's the whole point of the Punisher. He was meant to be on a comic. He's the anti-hero. He's the guy who he doesn't save people, or he doesn't knock them out and tie them up for the cops to arrive. He kills them all. That's the best way to do it.
What could be interesting when just to clarify for the audience, you're talking about like Punisher film or like Punisher TV
The Punisher's
series?
in the comic, the TV, you name it.
The whole shebang, yeah.
The whole shebang.
What could be good for the Punisher, right?
He needs a puppy.
Is to properly get like, yeah, maybe I could do one of them, yeah. You're like, oh my god, you know, it's Frank Castle, we're about to die, but oh, what a little good puppy, you know. No, yeah. What could be good for the Punisher in terms of properly conveying the sort of original artist sort of vision, I suppose, would be.
Yeah.
So with Deadpool, right? So Deadpool showed that you could go R-rated, you know, with a comic book character for film media, and people would actually quite like it.
Yeah.
So I mean, with the Punisher, obviously, like toned down a bit compared to the novels and that, because obviously it's. It just, that's how it is. With Deadpool having shown it's okay to go R-rated, I don't know, that could be good for the Punisher. Like, it could allow him to actually show a bit more of the sort of, you know, the violence and the sort of the tone of Frank Castle, you know what I mean?
I'm hoping they never release another Punisher movie again, because they get some overpaid and overreacting actor to fucking do it, where all it takes is, I mean, if you've ever watched Daredevil and you see him in that, the character, the person who plays it's the guy from The Walking Dead. He was having an affair with the sheriff's wife. I forgot his name. I never can remember names.
He's Shane in the TV series. His actual name I can't remember.
I can't remember either. He plays the Punisher in Daredevil. I am not kidding you. He nails it. If you've ever read the comic books like I have, and it's just that moment in his thought process of which he holds when he does everything, it's bang on the money where it should be. And from what I've seen in the trailers for the TV series that's coming up, he hits it nail and nail and nail again every bloody time, and I ain't kidding you. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. My hands are like jazz hands right now. They're so far up in the air. I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah. So segueing back to gaming again a wee bit there.
Segway.
Segway. We segue back. Yeah.
I'm shuffling this way.
So obviously, a few days ago we had the latest Call of Duty game came out, and obviously you've got to kind of mention Call of Duty because it's still quite a big franchise now, all the gaming. What I find interesting about this one, so like set in World War II, you know.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is, so basically Call of Duty as a franchise started off set in World War II.
Yeah.
The first 3 games were World War II based games.
And they were brilliant.
Then there was like much with Medal of Honor, because Medal of Honor at the time was like a World War II based game, right?
Which was brilliant again.
So then people were like, oh, we're getting sick of World War II shooters, we want something modern, so both Medal of Honor and Call of Duty went down the modern route, right?
Yeah.
And then people were like, I'm getting a bit sick of the modern settings. You know, could do something a bit more futuristic. So then Call of Duty started getting more and more into the future with the games, and then with the last one they done, like Infinite Warfare, there's a massive backlash because at the same time that came out, you had Battlefield 1. So basically, Battlefield went back to the past. And everyone's like, oh wow, it's amazing, look at the innovation, and oh, it's such a great setting, and oh my god, Call of Duty, enough with the fucking, you know, future bullshit. Got totally fucking slammed, right? So for the next game, they go to World War II, and it's just like, wow, we've came full circle. But it's funny how people got really excited, and I mean people got really fucking excited for Call of Duty announcing the next game was going to be set in World War II.
Yeah.
When in the past people got really annoyed with World War II being the theme, and they wanted the whole let's move into the present sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just shows you how fickle gamers can be in the community, because, like I said, they're giving you settings that you're asking for, and then you're moaning about it, saying I want something different. It's going full circle. It's just been amusing to watch.
If anyone's a Battlefield fan and they're listening, I mean, they started off doing World War II series as well. I mean, it was at 1945 or 1944, I think it was.
1942, wasn't it?
1942.
So I'm just going to really quickly butt in when you said about Battlefield fans. If you're a Battlefield fan, right, unite and tell EA and DICE, I want the goddamn Battlefront 2 for Star Wars to be good, because the last one was shit.
Yeah.
I want this to be garbage. Good. And they make Battlefield as well, so that's why I'm just jumping in here.
Yeah, of course.
I just really wanted to say make Battlefront 2 be good. I'm going to be pissed. Back to you.
Well, yeah. Actually, no. I want to talk about this. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Trek fan. Not Star Wars. What?
I just wanted that to you. You didn't make the stat, you prick.
Fuck you too. Nah. Well, Battlefront. I've seen sequels where you get to fly in like in space and whatnot, and I'm a massive fan of any game set in space.
You ever played the actual original sort of Battlefront games that were on the PC?
Battlefront is in. I've heard about the console versions. And
no, they had the earlier versions that were on the PC, and they were good, like big massive battles, and you got all this stuff. That's why Battlefront, I felt, was so poorly received, was because it felt so limited compared to the original sort of series it was built on.
Yeah.
So no, make it good. Make the sequel good, or I'm going to be pissed.
He will be as well. And it'll be me that'll be bitch too, and then eventually I'll tell him to shut the fuck up and put it on stream. So eventually you guys will hear about it. Trust me.
Yeah. Anyway, you better finish up your sort of point you're trying to do there.
Do you know what? It's kind of went past me. Do you know what I'd love to happen on the grounds that I'm a massive Battlefield fan? I'd love Battlefield to eventually finish with Battlefield 1, because I ain't sick of it yet. I'll absolutely still love it, still play it. But you know, if they do go to another section, maybe they should do either a complete futuristic one, or maybe they should do a World War II one and kind of do the full circle thing again, like Call of Duty. Now that's just me being picky on the grounds that I absolutely love the genre of World War One.
I'd like to see World War II before they go to the future.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell you what, actually, speaking of World War II and future, have you played the latest Wolfenstein game yet?
No, I've not had a chance yet.
I've got it. Well, the wife got it for me as a wee gift, so thank you for that. Yeah, Wolfenstein 2: The Colossus. Oh, it's cool, man. Like, you've got the whole World War II thing, but it's all like set in the future as well. It's nuts. You should play it. It's great.
Looking forward to it.
It is great. Anyway, I'm afraid that is all we've got time for at the moment. So, thank you for joining us on part 1 of our Two Bros One Mic inaugural debut for stuff.
Yep, and we're just going to take a short break, and I'm probably going to play back the first bit to find out where the joke was, and
see if we can laugh at this shit. Yeah. So yeah. Stay tuned for part 2. Stay tuned for part 1 of Aaron's solo series and mine. Thanks for watching. We'll speak to you soon.